Hello my beautiful Sagittarians, Sharon Zadkiel here with your general reading for January 2019. Please note that I am not a spiritual master or a guru, so the energy that comes out in the reading for you today is the energy as it stands here and now. You have free will. May you be blessed with good choices because life's happiness is determined by them. Okay, God and guides. Sagittarius, what do you most need to know for the month of January 2019? Sagittarian, January 2019. Okay. The energy that's sitting underneath this reading for you today, dear Sagittarians, is the Eight of Wands. Now, this is the energy of, yes, success was in reach, but you are carrying responsibilities. So it's been a bit of a burden. You do have a lot of work. There are things that you need to do, and you have been doing them. So for January, many of you will be reminded that, you do want to bring in harmony, peace, and triumph. You do have the Chariot card here, so you have the vehicle to overcome any difficulties or problems that come in with you or that you encounter in the month of January through the effort that you do. So, you're not going to get to where you want to go if you don't put into place and do the things that you need to do to be able to get there. So this is also about deciding what resources you're going to use, how you're going to do it, and what you're actually going to do. For many of you, you've been juggling so much that it has left you absolutely exhausted mentally. It's like, for some of you, I'm getting through, it's just like a mental exhaustion, an overload to the point where you've had to, step back, close the windows, close the blinds. For some of you, you've actually, I'm going to bed. I just can't deal with this anymore. I'm going to sit in my room. I'm going to isolate myself so that I can just have some time out. I need a break. But this is good because while you're having that, time out, self-reflective stage, for those of you that meditate, get back into practice. I can't tell you how many people across my paths recently that say, oh, yes, I meditate. And when I ask them, okay, well, when was the last time? I go, oh, about a month ago. And it's like, no. You get into, you have the tools. Use them. If you do, then you can decide exactly what it is and what you need to do for this month, rather than running around trying to do too much when you don't even know what that bloody too much is all about. Because this month of January, for many of you dear Sagittarians, is the ending of existing conditions. This is, the death of how things have been from now. Astrologically, there's others that explain it better, but in a nutshell, astrologically, what is going on for us is the ability to say, okay, to heal from past hurts, to go back, through childhood stuff, to be able to let the shit and the baggage go so that you can move forward into the life that you truly want to manifest. Yes, it will take time, effort, energy to get there. But what you need to do, dear Sagittarian, is prioritize things. Stop trying to do the too much. Stop trying to juggle everything and be everything to everybody. It's time for that shit to go. Trust your intuition. You have good advice. There are those around you that are trying to help and assist you to get to where you need to go. You need to, start listening and start doing, rather than thinking that, I'll do this and then I'll do that, but without any real action plan. Oh, absolutely gorgeous cards. You have the Ace of Swords, so there is total, victory, divine justice, removal of blockages. I love the sword energy. Yes, it is a very mental energy, so there will be times when you will be need to thinking about things and be very much up in your head, but it's also with the sword energy, it has the ability to cut through the bullshit and allow that to be seen which needs to be seen. So when you're trying to figure out what resources, what progress needs to be made through the effort that you do now, you will be able to bring in the King of Swords energy so that you can see what it is. I love the King of Swords because, this is about law and order, cosmic law and order and authority being upheld. So, especially with the Wheel of Fortune card here, it's like, fate is working on your behalf. You have the ability for a new beginning. Destiny is working. And you are going to start reaping the rewards by following this path. The successful accomplishment of that which you desire because this is sitting next to the Eight of Pentacles, straight underneath the Two of Pentacles. So if you guys have, is the message that is coming through very strong and clearly for some of you, again, general reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, please find another reader. Is that for many of you, the indecision has been around how you work, how you can improve your 3D realm. You have the gifts and the skills to bring to the table to actually make the material changes that you desire. Winning is within reach for this. Once you get to the point where you can start seeing fruit for your labor, you will find that again, the Ace of Cups. So this is all about emotional fulfillment, joy, plenty. It will come. You will find through the month of January that you are putting in place and doing things that you need to do, and you can start to see that the path that you have chosen, even though it has brought about the ending of existing conditions, habits, so for some of you Sagittarians, how can I put it? Okay. I'm being told to remind you that this is the month for you to start working on good habits. Setting up routines, being able to do that which you need to do to allow destiny to work on your behalf, to bring in the, physical, financial stability that you require. These are absolutely beautiful cards, Sagittarius. This is probably the less traumatic spread of all of the zodiacs. So, lucky Sagittarians. Okay, you have the Page of Swords, so, there is, again, quite reflection about looking at what is on offer. So, there, this is where you want to get to, and there's a number of different ways that you can actually get there. You will need to look at the options that are at hand and decide which one and how you want to really move forward. So, this is about, taking time to reflect, to meditate on what's being offered, and whether you want to take it and how to move forward with it, to really scrutinize it, because sometimes things come in and you scratch the surface and they're not really what that you thought they would be. But with study, foresight, quiet reflection, you will be able to look at the situation and really see that the Ace of Pentacles here. So what's actually being placed before you is something that will provide you the security, appreciation of life that you have been desiring. It will bring in the celebrations, healing and love, enabling you to find the intestinal fortitude and the strength to move away from that which hasn't been working for you. For some of you, walking away from those people that haven't been working for you. It's movement in a positive, harmonious, moving away from the turmoil and into peace and tranquility is part of how I always see the Six of Swords energy. And with that, once you do make the move, then, the Page of Wands can bring in his messages of good news. He can herald in the new and the positive. This is a time, for those of you that have been working on projects, entrepreneurial situations, looking at ways that you can really, it's like I'm being shown, throw up, mix up the way that you actually walk your life, so to speak. So, where you work, who you work with, where you're making your money, who you're networking it with and spending your time with. This is a time of the High Priestess. I love this card because, this is about really looking at the nitty-gritties of things. It's also a card of pregnancy, birth, rebirth. So, this is the time when, if you have been in the planning stage of, for those of you that enter entrepreneurial, the planning that you've been doing can finally be manifested into the reality. You've done a lot of you, I'm being told, have done planning. It's now time to let it be born, let the baby be born, let this project happen so that you can get to the Six of Pentacle energy, where victory, fulfillment, charity, success. So this is about you being in a position of determining where it is best to give your money, who it is best to give your, not only money, this can, for some of you, relationships, emotional, physical, spiritual, time, effort, energy that we put into people, places, professions. You really will, during the month of January, look at how you want this to look and who is actually worthy of that time, effort, and energy. What is truly worthy of that time, effort, energy? Finances. As you can see here, this guy's getting the coin and this guy's still waiting. So, is this guy that you have been, or this person, place, proposition, project, really been worthy of your attention, time, effort, energy, that which you've put into it? If not, who is and why? Really look at that. So, do the investigation, scratch the surface. This card is sitting underneath the Wheel of Fortune, so, destiny, fate, the universe will let you know where you need to be. Really putting your time, effort, energy, and who deserves it and who doesn't. Okay, the message from the angels is cleanse and detoxify. With great love and respect, we ask you to detoxify your precious and sensitive body. At your request, we'll help you to develop life-affirming ways to deal with stress, as well as ease any sorrow at shedding your old ways. Give your cares, worries, and concerns to us and feel the beautiful grace of your newly purified body. I've just been told to pull another card as a clarifier. So, dear angels, what do Sagittarians most need to know for the month of January? Relationship. Your primary relationship is with yourself and God. You can call it God, Buddha, Allah, Krishna. These are just angel cards that refer to the higher energy as God. And every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, then snuggle more closely with your loving Creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. A reminder that before we give to others, we need to give to ourselves. A reminder that, it is January, so we are coming in off the holiday seasons where, some people can be overindulgent. And that's okay. But it's a time of, if you really want to find the energy to move forward and be able to do the things that you need to do through January and moving onwards from there, that you really need to do look at cleansing and detoxifying yourself, both physically and emotionally, spiritually, whatever way you want to look at that. It's also a very apt reminder that our most important relationship is with ourselves. And, you know, I call it the energy, you can call it, you know, higher self, God, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, it really doesn't matter. But the relationship with the fact that there is something bigger than us, and allow the universal energy to fill yourself and your life with love. When we look after ourselves, when we put into place, you know, those spiritual, you know, healing practices that are self-loving, not selfish, then we feel better. The more energy we have, the more energy we have to give to others. A very apt reminder. So, thank you for your likes, subscribes, and shares, Sagittarius. See you next week.